And oftentimes, I'll sing really silly song. I sang Under the Sea one time for my talent show.
It's amazing how you can remember all those camp times, or like when you were away for camp. Like I don't remember when I was in my last camp was. I wasn't really exposed to society a lot. I was always reserved.
Everyone, give some hands for our poor Jungwook, Bruno, Choi.
That makes me more pitiful if you say that.
Then sorry.
Oh, that's like a double combo.
You'll get better. I mean, you're completely fine. But it's okay. Childhood, sometimes, because it's a past, you don't remember it all. But I think I'm just more one of those, guy who has that, long, a lot of quantity of, young memories, because my childhood is pretty, memorable, because that's the only memory that can actually remember. Because I was born in America, but basically start my education when I was in Korea. Basically, I spent my whole childhood in South Korea, and although I was born in America, but I really have really little memory of growing up in America first. Partly my home really deeply feels it belongs to South Korea, so because all those memories, I really cherish them, and that's the only memory I can really remember, because that's my childhood and that's who I am. And a lot of memories actually they're deep too and strong, because you learn and go through a lot of stages where you start making onto your own memory, right? So that's how I do it. Obviously you might remember some childhood memories, but every person's have their different memories, and not every person cannot remember all of their memories either. But that's all I do remember, just expressing myself. And I was not the brightest kid either. I wasn't also the most popular kid too, but I do want it to become popular.
Maybe there's a difference between people who were raised in Korea and like those who were raised in America, like yourself. You have the freedom to express yourself in America when you were younger.
Well, but that's just the culture that kind of
maybe it's
diverges,
Maybe it's different these days, but when we were younger, we were like, as Hong said, her sister went to institutions or whatever. So, they were, rather than expressing themselves, they were to learn manuals and memorizing. Maybe I'm kind of sidetracking from the topic, but it's late. I can't think.
Well, one thing for sure, everyone has their own different childhood. So set aside, the next song is gonna be called Spice Girls Wannabe, and partly is actually one of my friends over in Madison, Wisconsin, Mira Kim, who was kind enough to choose a song reflecting her childhood where she was young. It's actually kind of similar to a story that I already said, one of those camp. You go out there and you basically really work hard. You almost work your ass off to make this last night very, very special, right? And during those 90s, I think Spice Girls were big too. Like, there are a lot of pop stars like Sing, Michael Jackson, Britney Spears was big too during 90s, right? Like late 90s,
Well, I wasn't really into Britney Spears, but I guess, I've heard of her name.
Yeah, one of those songs. So yeah, this is for this is for Mira Kim, and thanks for choosing us a song, and thanks for sharing the whole story. It was actually kind of easy for us to arrange the whole composition to just to make the show a little bit more interesting. So this is a song called "Wannabe" by Spice Girls. Enjoy.
And good night.
Not good night. 2 more to go, man. 2 more to go. Enjoy.